Hello, welcome back to another video. So today what I'm going to have to do is replace this door that the electricity comes out of. So the little hatch that covers over this actually broke off. So it would seem that you do get what you pay for. I think I paid $6 for this. I didn't have the best reviews. I did go ahead and I bought another one. This one was a little bit more expensive, had better reviews. I'm hoping this one will last. This plastic here just was really brittle, honestly, and broke really easily. So I'm going to have to disconnect this cord from the fuse box so that I can thread it through this one and then attach this. So that's what we'll be doing today. So we'll go ahead and go inside. All right, so my fuse box is actually in here under the stuff in here. So I've got, this is the main coming in. All of the electricity is disconnected. I've got to disconnect this green wire, this white wire, and this black wire. And then once I've done that, I'll need to try to fish it out. I can go through the back hatch or the bottom hatch that goes under this bed for storage. I should hopefully be able to get that out. I've got these junction terminals here. Undo this. This one is on a larger block, part of the block. I should be able to pull these out. Okay. That. Alright, I'd already unhooked the ground. Now there's a clip down here that holds this in place that I'm going to have to use both hands in order to get loose so I can push this out. So I'm going to pause the video just for a moment while I do that. Alright, back to the back side here. Okay, so I've kind of got this set up in a way where you can kind of see this goes up underneath there. I was able to push that block down, but it looks okay. All right. Now I've got the end of my cord right here. Okay. So I should be able to fish this guy out now. Of course, got all kinds of there it is. Okay. All right, now we got this guy. There is butyl tape behind this, so it's going to be a little difficult to get off. Okay, you can see the butyl there. I'm going to have to go grab my butyl tape now. All right, so here's the butyl tape. This stuff is very, very handy. Very sticky. Basically, it's like caulk turned into tape. That's kind of a silly way to describe it, but so I'm kind of wrapping it on here. It kind of reminds me of plumber's putty, pre-laid out as a ribbon, if you will. All right, so there's our butyl tape in place. I'm gonna stick this in here. like so. Our next one in. Just kind of pressing on it, making sure the butyl is grabbing the metal really well. You can kind of see the old one here. I mean, it was cracking in all kinds of places. The little hinge piece is broken off on one side. It's just, this thing was not very good. Definitely read your reviews. All right, so we're going to go back inside now with this. Try not to slip and fall. All right, so we got our end here. I'll go ahead and try to fish this through. Apologize about the unsteadiness. Doing it with one hand is a little challenging. But it's worth it if I can show someone how to do something. All right, so I got that kind of pushed in. So what I'm going to do now is see if I can prop this camera up. I definitely need two hands for this. I apologize, but it's just not an easy thing, really. Okay. Let me see if I can get that guy inside the hole. Thinking that'll be it. I can feel the hole. All right. Not sure if I'm in there or not in the right hole, but I'm definitely going to go ahead and reattach this little screw piece here. It's kind of like what you might call a little keeper. There we go. All right. It's a little loose. I'll come back later and tighten that after I kind of get the, I'm going to go on to the inside now and try to pull that wire up through, making sure I'm in the right hole. All right, so here we are. It looks to me like I'm coming in through the wrong hole. Looks like I'm back in this smaller hole and I should be in this larger hole right here. So I'm gonna go off camera, go underneath and try to reroute that using both hands. And I was wondering why it wasn't snapping in, but that's why, because that was too small. And then we'll come back around. All right, so I was able to get it back through the larger hole, pushed it down through the bottom there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put these back into these blocks, these terminal blocks. Distribution blocks, rather, I'm sorry. Flare those or fan those back out a little bit. And then I'm gonna stick them back up inside there. All right, I was able to kind of squirm that one back in. That center, the center lower block there. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it back up. This is the common. Now I like to make sure I get enough leverage with this shorter piece in, longer piece out, to make sure that it's really connecting well. You definitely don't want a loose connection there. All right, that's pretty tight. All right, now for the white wire. I'm into the bottom of this terminal block. This wire is a little bit shorter, so it gets a little bit more difficult to get in there. going into the wrong hole there. All right. The good thing about having this distribution block on a den rail is that I can pop it off. And that's what I ended up having to do here. This was just a little bit tight. So I just couldn't get my hand down inside there where it was. So I just pulled the little clip, popped it off the den rail so that I could get that wire inside there. And now I'm tightening it. That's where I'm at right now. Okay. All right, so I've got the distribution block for the neutral connected. I did snap it back down onto the den rail. I apologize, sometimes it just takes two hands. Trying to run the camera just gets a little complicated. But I'm going to keep you in the loop on what's going on. Now I'm working on the ground here. I'm going to stick this back inside of the ground terminal here. I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up a little bit, open up that hole a little bit bigger. A lot easier to slide out than it is to slide back in. All right, so I got that back inside that terminal. There we go. Tighten it back down. And there we are. All right, so just kind of a quick little snug pull here. That's tight. That one's tight. So I will come back through here and I'm just going to double check my tightnesses, if that's a word, and just make sure that we don't have any loose connections. I will tell you that a loose connection is a very dangerous thing because it creates heat, and this is where a lot of fires can happen. You want to make sure that all of your blocks are good and tight, and that's why I like these distribution blocks, because they have Allen set screws, so you can get in there and you can really tighten things down really well. So I'll come back later and do that. All right, so back outside here. So this is it. This is done. It's installed. This is a much better, in my opinion, it feels better. It feels more sturdy, more solid. It's a more dull, rubbery style plastic instead of that brittle kind of, I don't know, toy plastic, whatever the other one was. So hopefully this helps somebody out. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe if you're into homemade campers and things of the such. Thank you for watching.